Hello, beloved. It's Lainie Love Dalby beaming in. I'm an oracular astrologer, the cosmic creatrix of the Sacred Revolution Oracle deck, and the founder of the Ecstatic Embodied Leadership Academy. And I am on a passionate mission to free human spirits to sparkle shamelessly and step into their full power and sovereignty. And I wanted to beam in today to do a video for the full moon in Leo, which is happening on Sunday, February 5th, 2023 at 12:28 p.m. Central Time at 16 degrees. And I am a daughter of the sun, and my Jupiter is in Leo, so I love the energies of this moon. I even wore my sun gold sparkly shirt in honor of the Leo energies. And, just really wanting to honor this time. And this energy is so aligned with my purpose and mission, and I am very much a fierce and fiery lightning catalyst that is here to help you step into the next level of your primal power and sovereignty. And this is really how we sparkle shamelessly with our full light for the greater good. And so we're going to dive in today, and we're just coming off of Imbolc, which is the high holy day in the Celtic wheel of the year on the 1st of February that marks the astrological midpoint between the winter solstice and the vernal equinox. And so it's a perfect time for cleansing, for rebirth energies, emergence, awakening, planting seeds, divination, and also fiery activations. And Leo is a fire sign. And this is the reason that we're beginning our Sovereign Sisters Rising Mystery School 7-month initiation to ignite your full spiritual, creative, and sexual power this Sunday on the full moon in Leo. And I'll be sharing more about that later, but doors close on Saturday, tomorrow. So now is the time to join us if you are feeling the call. And this high holy day of Imbolc honors goddess Brigitte, and she is the goddess of fire and flame and change and inspiration and wisdom and poetry, healing, prophecy, creativity, and she's really all about transformation and new beginnings, just like Imbolc. So this really is a time to prepare for what's to come and get rid of the old things that are no longer serving us. And so full moons are a time of fullness, generally illumination, endings, release, closure, and completion. So we're really clearing to start a new cycle now. And this is going to be a really fiery, passionate, and potentially destabilizing moon, and I'm going to share why. So Leo rules heart-centered leadership and bold courage. It is the sovereign of the zodiac. And, Leo is a fixed fire sign represented by the lioness and ruled by the sun. And the sun is often associated with gold. So Leo is also all about creative expression and being the leader, the performer, the one that shares our capacity to shine. So Leo really is this archetype that sparkles shamelessly. And so one of the most important things that we can do here is also center in on our sovereign queendom or kingdom and recenter into that sovereign self, into self-love. Radiant self-love is also a part of Leo energy. And so Leo is this fixed fire sign of passionate identity and radiant spirit. And so it's an invitation to be who we are unapologetically in our full radiant rainbow technicolor essence. And there's a beautiful paradox of the axis of Leo and Aquarius, because when we have the full moon, the moon in Leo, that means the sun is in Aquarius. And so Leo and Aquarius are about being individualistic and fully expressed and collaborative at once. So this idea of sovereign autonomy and interbeing simultaneously. So yesterday in our Soul Sparkle Sanctuary Inner Circle, we danced Koya-inspired movement to the theme of sovereignty in community. And this is really an essential topic for us all as Pluto is moving into Aquarius this year for a 20-year transit. So letting our unique soul expression come forth as an act of love and service to the collective is going to be essential moving forward now. Letting our unique freak flag fly and inhabiting our own genius so fully, but doing it for the greater good, as an offering, as a nutrient to give to the greater ecosystem that only we can bring. So the other thing that is happening with this full moon is that there is a T-square with the sun in Aquarius, moon in Leo, and Uranus in Taurus that is featured for this full moon. And this is generally a challenging aspect in astrology. It's like the sand in the oyster that creates the beauty of the pearl. So one thing we can really expect with Uranus is surprises. Feelings and emotions are going to be roaring loud and clear. There can be unpredictable behaviors. Really be mindful of impulsive reactions and reactivity, and rebelling against anything that might be trying to tie you down. This can also be a really excitable energy. And Uranus is really shaking us awake to higher consciousness. Uranus rules Aquarius. Aquarius is higher mind, that air sign, higher consciousness. And Uranus is liberating us into the next level of our heart-centered truth here, because remember, Leo is about that heart-centered Leo energy, the heart-centered leader energy. And so the invitation is to look for what is no longer stable under this moon or sustainable so that you can release it and follow your heart's truth here. Using self-awareness to adapt to any unexpected changes that might arise with these highly charged electric energies of Uranus, because these energies can be exciting and stimulating, but also destabilizing. And ultimately, though, Uranus is bringing liberation. And we are calling in full, shameless, creative, spiritual, and sexual liberation for our Sovereign Sisters Rising Mystery School that is starting just minutes before the full moon goes exact on Sunday. And we'll be gathering live for our opening ceremony. And this courageous fire is going to catalyze us into the next level of our becoming and help us to clearly shed, like a snake, all that is no longer serving and truly come into that next level of our medicinal power. The other thing to note is that Leo really can bring the drama. So this could be an entertaining and surprising full moon with this aspect I've already named, but also because Mars and Venus are joining the party this weekend in a tight square. And this is the divine masculine and the divine feminine energy and lovers of the cosmos. So when they're in a tight square, this can bring conflict, tension. It can really be extra feisty energies, and relationships can be destabilized. There can bring sexual tensions and potential lovers' quarrels. So just be mindful of that. Be very, very mindful. But the beauty of this time, and any time that Uranus is involved in one of these major points, is that that energy of liberation is here. And because the South Node is still in Scorpio, it is our time to get uncaged and unshackled and fully unleashed from the thousands of years of reign of patriarchy, so that we can truly be in our wise, wild, and free soul essence, that we can fly our freak flag as Uranus really invites us to do, and be unapologetically who we are here to be, because now is the time, and we need you and your unique medicine. And it's this potent time to do this deeper work now. And so see you in the Mystery School if you are ready to catalyze the next level of your becoming and activate this deep medicinal power, your primal power, primordial feminine power. And we are ready to support you on that journey. So I want to dive in now to the cards that came through from the Sacred Revolution Oracle today. And we're going to go one at a time instead of showing you all of them in advance. We're going to keep it a little secret today. So the first card that came through is number 16, which is the Keeper of Thunder and Lightning. So I love that this card came through first, of course, because Uranus is lightning. And so this is the lightning catalyst archetype, the initiator energy. It is the illumined leader. This card is about coming fully awake and electrified now. And so this is that invitation for letting Uranus to shock you awake under the light of this moon, right? And to strike hot and fast like thunder and lightning, lighting up and illuminating the darkest pockets in our world and society at this time, and bringing your healing light, being that beacon of light, showing the way forward into the new paradigm. The other thing to know about her is that she can bring some chaos energies. Again, a lot of that Uranus energy. So the invitation is to ground and center within these. Be that mountain energy like this golden healer quartz that is here. Be super grounded, but also move towards that deep truth that is in your heart. The owl really represents gnosis and deep wisdom. So what is that deep wisdom that you know at the depth of your being? And here is the fire, the Leo fire, that can really help us to alchemize and clear under this full moon what is no longer serving as we shed like the serpent. Shed that skin that no longer serves. So where are you inviting in that lightning energy to help catalyze and awaken you and shake you awake into the next level of who you're here to be and how you are meant to shine? Because here she is shining her light from her healing hands and out into the world and channeling light language through her hands. So this is really standing in her full light, in her full essence here, offering that medicine to the world for the greater good of all. So that is our first card today. Our second card is 52, which is activate your inner wise medicine elder. So know that we are here to be the medicine for each other in how we show up. So as we inhabit our full essence, our full light, our full Leo shine in the world, we become the medicine as ourselves. And, this is really that invitation to offer ourselves over wholly as a vessel of divine grace, love, and action in the world, allowing our latent gifts and abilities from the ancient past, present, future selves to really continue to emerge now in service to the greater good. So what are those parts of your unique soul that are longing to come forward now, longing to be expressed from that depth of your heart? So this is really moving away from the status quo. Uranus is a rebel and a revolutionary, and Aquarius is as well, because Uranus rules Aquarius. And so really tuning into our own inner guidance, our fierce intuition, our inner knowing to be able to move forward now into our heart's truth, and knowing that that may not align with the status quo, it may not align with consensus reality. And so this is allowing yourself to shine in your unique way that only you can, the medicine only you can bring. And so this is tuning into that to be that change you wish to see in the world, and to really know that you are the medicine and you're here to be of service from this place of profound love, for us to lead in our ecstatic embodiment from love. And this card is also about spiritual mastery and maturity. And love is truly the greatest spiritual and religious experience. So how can we lead from that rose, that depth of rose of love? And again, here we have the serpent. What is it time for you to shed with this full moon, to alchemize in those Leo fires that are no longer serving you in stepping forward in this medicine, in your full essence now? The next card that came through is 36, which is the opener of the multi-dimensional way. And this card is really about soul retrieval. So really tuning into what parts of you still aren't fully online. Where do you need to call parts of yourself back home? Again, with that South Node in Scorpio still until this summer, it is an ideal time to be doing shadow work, soul retrieval, going into the depths to really call all parts of ourselves back home so that we can stand in our full primordial power, because Scorpio is ultimately about power. Sex, death, rebirth, power. And, I've been facilitating many soul retrievals and shadow work sessions recently, and would be more than happy to support you in calling all soul fragments back into wholeness and integration now, because this is essential medicine for us to stand in our heart-centered leadership. Shining our full light is for all of us to be online. If we are missing parts of ourselves and our soul essence, we cannot be in our full power. It is just a fundamental truth. And so really looking at where might there be places where you need to retrieve, soul fragments, either from this lifetime, past lifetimes. Past life regression sometimes is mixed with it to really get to the bottom of it. If we need to go deeper to discover what is it that you are calling back, if you're not yet sure, and you especially know if there's areas in your life where you are stuck and consistently stuck, where patterns are showing up and you just can't move beyond it, and you cannot see any reason in the 3D of why this is happening. And one of the examples of this for me in my own journey is actually in the creation of the Oracle deck. I got to this place where I had completed all the art and I was going to channel the guidebook, and I was stuck for months. And I knew something was wrong. I knew something was off, and I needed to call back some part of myself that had been lost. And I ended up doing a past life regression that led to a soul retrieval where I was able to reclaim the parts of myself that were missing in this because of a past life trauma. And after that soul retrieval, I was able to channel the guidebook in 2 weeks. And so it's like, this is how crucial soul retrieval can be. It can truly be something that is a game changer in areas where we have been stuck and where we aren't able to move forward. So it's deep, deep healing work. And again, we have the rose here and the rose quartz, that highest vibration frequency of love. So how are we shining our full light from this place of love that is for the greater good? It isn't about an egotistical shining. It isn't about oh, look at me, which Leo in shadow can be that, right? The drama queen. But in this, it's like really coming into a place of authentic shine and allowing that shine to come forward. And drama queen can be a light expression as well, just to clarify that. But coming from that place of ego, that is what we want to shift. We want to come from a place of love, remembering the sovereignty and the interbeing. So coming from a place of we, as we are in our unique light and shine, and doing so on behalf of the collective. The next card that came through is 9. This is the Cosmic Androgen card. And this feels so fitting with the intensity of the energies this weekend. This feels like guidance to stay balanced, to stay centered in your emotions, in your energies, even amidst any destabilization that might arise. So staying rooted in your sovereign center, remembering that Leo sovereign energy, and consider how you can really do that moving forward in times of chaos and in times that are challenging in community. Again, that sovereignty and community. How can we really stay in our own self-agency and inner knowing as we gather with others, instead of becoming codependent, instead of people-pleasing, instead of going into a place where we really neglect ourselves? How can we stay centered in our truth, even if it isn't in alignment with the collective, right? And so that's so much a part of these times, these very catalyzing times that we're in, is knowing our truth, following it fearlessly, and in this staying really rooted in our sovereignty, in our knowing, and very balanced, even amidst destabilization and chaos. And we had a lot of good practice with this during the intense COVID times. And so I think this card is here as a little reminder, stay balanced. Come into wholeness and integration. This is also a beautiful follow-up card from the soul retrieval card, because as we retrieve these fragments of self, we come into greater integration and wholeness in our being, and that is how we can really be in our power and shine our full light. So the next card that came through, of course, this card came through for our Leo full moon, is 52. This is the crown jewel of the Oracle. This is sparkle shamelessly for the good of all. Woo! So this is the card of the light worker and of authentic star power and really being unstoppable, this unstoppable emissary of light in the world. And to sparkle shamelessly at its essence is to be lit up. It is to be turned on and blazing true. So in tuned and feeling in your ecstatic embodiment, your Shakti life force energies pulsing through you. And it's really when you're in your full life force and sovereignty and your creatrix power is activated. It is to be unapologetically who you are, no matter what that looks like, and even if that is not popular. And it's really to not give a fuck. And it is to unleash your unabashed radiance, to flaunt that authentic star power, and to dare to live into the fullness of your being here on earth. It is calling your power back, coming alive with your deep gifts and love, and knowing the truth of who you're meant to become. So that requires listening deeply to what is moving within you on the subtle level. And I really believe that the world will be set free and truly liberated with that Uranus energy when we are all owning who we are fully and authentically, stepping into our soul's truth and sharing those gifts with the world. And so it truly is time to share your love freely, to put your love into action out in the world, to become that presence of love itself as that heart-centered Leo leader. And this weekend is an activation of those energies so that you can rise and shine as that warrior of the heart, as a channel of divine light and essence. So letting yourself, again, shed what isn't in service. There is the serpent once again. Shed what isn't in service so you can shine that full radiant light. And the final card that came through is just a little extra reminder. 22, here she is, shining that light from her heart. This is the star-seated Children of the Earth card, and it is all about walking as divine love in the world. Shifting from the current patriarchal paradigm of the love of power to the power of love. How can we truly lead from this place? Being in our authentic sovereign self, but also in interbeing, and knowing that our presence, knowing how we show up, knowing what we speak, what we do, our actions that we take matter in the collective. We all matter, and we're here to do something that matters. We are truly here to create our lives as a great masterpiece for the good of all. We each have that unique stroke that we are here to add, that only we can bring. And so really tuning into what that is for you as that heart-centered Leo leader, leading and walking in the world as divine love. The rose, again, that highest vibration frequency of love. And to be in our ecstatic embodiment is to truly be in these high vibrational energies, the high vibrational frequency energies of love, of joy, of gratitude, of ecstasy, of orgasmic pleasure, of our sacred pleasure power. And so it's activating these energies that does also make us magnetic for the lives of our dreams, for the lives that we are calling in, for the seeds that we are planting. And since In Bulk was just here, what seeds did you really plant for this new year, for 2023? The end of January has been such a powerful time for intention setting and really naming why, who, what you are calling in this year. And so tuning into that for yourself, how can you lead as love now? From the depth of your being. And letting this moon illuminate that, shake that awake. Let Uranus shatter anything that isn't in service. Let that fire really alchemize what is no longer serving you, shining from that place of love. Being the vessel of love, overflowing with unconditional, radiant nectar of love. So that is the powerful invitation for this full moon, beloveds. And again, the doors are closing tomorrow on Saturday, February 4th for our Sovereign Sisters Rising Mystery School, and this is truly a container to support you over 7 months to doing this deeper work of shedding, of clearing, of releasing, of alchemizing, of soul retrieval, of shadow work, of doing this deeper diving now to call all parts of yourself back home so you can stand in this power of love, so that you can share your deepest gifts in medicine and essence, so you can be unapologetically who you are. This is a wild feminine activation of your spiritual, creative, and sexual power, and we need these energies fully online now. And so this is your invitation to step inside if you are feeling the call. There's more information below, and we are catalyzing this at the full moon in Leo with this extremely excitable catalyzing energy of Uranus present as well. And it is going to truly be a deeply transformational journey. And we can't wait to take it with you, beloveds. And my favorite part of the journey is that we go on a Yoni vision quest. And I cannot wait to share it with you. It is one of my favorite journeys that I have ever facilitated. So, sending so much deep love your way. And until next time, like, subscribe, share this with all of your beloveds that you feel would be served by this medicine for this full moon. It's a deep honor to sit with you together today and share the medicine of the Sacred Revolution Oracle, as well as the wisdom from the planets and the stars and the moon and all the emissaries of light that shine on us from above, offering their light and radiance from a deep place of love and interbeing. They shine on their own in sovereignty and also in connected constellations of energy. And may we do the same. May we truly light up our hearts with that nectar of love, shine our unique light, become that grid of light workers and star beings that are truly sparkling shamelessly for the good of all, just like a constellation of stars in the night sky. That is my deepest prayer and my deepest mission, and honoring you for being here, beloveds. Until next time, keep sparkling shamelessly, and we will see you again soon, beloveds. Bye for now.